We already mentioned the maximum security prison south of Boise in the desert, already an isolated location. So you can imagine how isolating it can be for inmates who only see the outside of their cell for just 1 hour out of every day. You can also imagine what it would be like for that inmate to get a visitor to their cell. Today, though, a collection of church leaders and volunteers continued a 25-year-old tradition by dropping off cookies to those inmates. But as Andrew Bartline learned, the cookies, they're just part of a larger message.
The inmates in Idaho's maximum security prison spend 23 hours a day, every day, locked in a cell, seemingly little to look forward.
Especially in a place like this.
But there's a countdown to this day.
We all like cookies, right?
Cookies?
Merry Christmas, brother. God bless.
Christmas cookies.
Merry Christmas. God bless you.
Dave Browning's a familiar face, dealing out more than a decade of weekly visits.
Merry Christmas.
Coming in as chaplain was probably the best thing because I got to talk to everybody.
At least to those
Hey, Merry Christmas. God bless you.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys.
who want to talk back.
So I appreciate you.
No, it's good stuff. Merry Christmas.
You have a good one.
Mark Rennick's not known to be shy.
Merry Christmas, sir, okay?
He accepted the olive branch decades ago.
That's how I met Mark, yep.
Through the Christmas cookie cart.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Between a locked door.
I robbed a dry cleaners. It's who I take my clothes to now.
Mark got 20 years, with 7 fixed.
I was just drunk and,
He's sober now and released 13 years ago. But he still remembers it's not even about the cookies.
Merry Christmas.
It's about what the cookies said.
it's knowing that somebody really cares out, that remembers who you are and that you're out here. You know, us men don't share our emotions that well. We kind of hide it, put on a tough guy kind of scenario. But in truth, this is a pretty powerful thing to do for people.
Merry Christmas.
It's a powerful message to send.
In one of the bags, there was a little note, and it said, it was from a kid written in Crayola, and it said, Jesus loves you.
Do you believe that?
I do. Can't forget that, you know?
There's a past in these walls they'd all like to forget.
I ended up with a murder case, so.
A past they can't change.
You know, it's just negativity and getting into that lifestyle, and you could lose your life quick, you know?
But their future, that's in their control.
Merry Christmas.
It's maybe just a cookie away.
I wanted to help him, so that's what we did.
Dave hired Mark after his release.
No, in retrospect, it was huge. It was nice of him to take me on.
Prisons are often equated to nothing more than a punishment.
You aren't going to believe it, but it was a blessing for me. My life needed to be changed.
Merry Christmas.
But reformation,
God bless you.
that takes compassion
Yeah.
and a pinch of humility.
Tatted up teddy bear.
Merry Christmas.
Here,
Happy holidays and God bless.
the proof is in the cookies.
Well, they're all residents that are going to return to the community. And people like this guy have to hire people like me and make that transition. So it's
Merry Christmas.
it's very powerful.
Merry Christmas.
Mark now works for St. Vincent de Paul. They're a large part in organizing this annual event. He now helps people re-enter society after their release, so sort of paying it forward. That would include clothes, food, a bus pass can also be part of that, along with other assistance. In total, Mark says they bought 145,000 cookies. Wow. I'm not a big math guy. You divide that by 6,000. It's about 2 dozen each, so not too bad.
That's what I was asking. They give them to every single inmate, all 6,000 of them.
Yeah. They do. So a lot of cookies, a lot of volunteers, and they kind of go in one by one and separate out by groups. And it's kind of interesting seeing some of those conversations where sometimes people want to stop and talk for a minute. Others don't really want to talk at all. But everybody kind of takes it differently.
What did you take from that today? Your first trip to the maximum security prison?
That was tough, man. It was tough. 23 hours a day in there. Yeah. It was a lot of people are looking out of. That's the window. And they're looking at people, and there's something to see, some sort of stimulant, right? It seemed to be the highlight of their day to see a face and to get to talk to somebody. I imagine it's a tough situation.
Yeah, this time of year, any time of year, but this time of year it's nice to not just feel isolated and not to feel forgotten. All right, Thanks, Andrew.